car made it 2 blocks before dying in the middle of the road. Completely dead. Engine gone. Pride gone. Probably his dignity too. And the best part, he had no idea it was coming. But let me take you back to where this all started. I had this neighbor, and not the friendly, borrow a cup of sugar kind. More like the, help yourself to someone else's stuff without asking kind. Yeah, that type. Every time I went out to mow the lawn, my gas can was nearly empty. Now this was a 5-gallon can. My mower barely took a quart. So unless my lawn was secretly expanding at night, something wasn't adding up. And honestly, at that point, you already know what's going on. This was before security cameras were cheap and everywhere, so I had to get creative. Set up a webcam, motion detection software setup. Laptop pointed straight at the backyard. And sure enough, 5 minutes after I leave the house, there he is, casually walking in like it's his property. Grabs the gas can, helps himself, walks out. I'm sorry, the confidence, the absolute audacity. Now at this point, I had options. Confront him, call someone, make a scene. But no, we're not doing that. We're doing something better. For the next week, every single time I had to pee, yeah, that gas can became my personal contribution to science. Filled it up, slowly, consistently. And somehow, it still smelled just enough like gasoline. And I know what you're thinking. That's disgusting. You're right, it is. And that's exactly why it works. Now here's where it gets interesting. I put the can back exactly where it always was. Then I made a whole performance out of leaving town. Checked my car fluids, packed bags, made sure he saw everything. Basically staged the most obvious, I'm gone for a while act possible. Because if you're going to set a trap, you might as well make it irresistible. And trust me, he took the bait. I left, drove around for about an hour, then came back early. Car trouble, of course. What a coincidence. And there he is, standing in his yard, yanking the cord on his lawnmower like his life depends on it. Again, and again, and again. The machine won't start. He's turning red, swearing, losing it. And honestly, I could have watched that all day. But wait, it gets better. He finally gives up on the mower, gets into his car, and drives off. 2 blocks later, dead. Just completely done. Stay with me, because this is where it really lands. I walk back to my patio, check the gas can. Empty, not a drop left. Which means he used all of it. In his mower, in his car, every last bit. And that moment, that quiet, beautiful realization that everything he just put into his own engine, yeah, that's not gas, that's consequences. And honestly, who could blame me? Now you'd think the story ends there. Nice clean revenge, lesson learned. But no, this guy, apparently a full-time problem. Turns out he had outstanding warrants. Of course he did. So instead of chasing him down or reporting him directly, I signed him up for a sheriff's ride-along program, in his name. Because if you're going to be messy, commit to it. And just like that, he gets picked up. Not for the gas, not for the theft, but because he couldn't stay out of trouble anywhere else either. And that's the thing about people like this. They don't just mess up once, they build patterns. And sometimes, all it takes is one very bad tank of gas to bring everything crashing down.